AITA for not sending my husband $500. I apologize in advance for this being long. My husband, 59, and I, 53, have been together for 10 years, married for 8. My kids and I started staying with him about 3 months after we met. He was behind on all of his bills, and I ended up taking over all household expenses except the mortgage, $550 per mo. I had a decent career and could almost afford to do this, but I did lose my small house because I couldn't afford to keep it and pay the other expenses as well. When we married, he filed a quitclaim, legally adding me to his property deed. Last year, he was offered a job 2 states away. The kids were grown and moved out, so I resigned my position, we sold the house, and have been living in a travel trailer in campgrounds in our new state. We used the proceeds from the sale to buy 2 decent used vehicles, the older model camper we live in, and put the rest in a savings account in my name, because no bank will give him an account due to past banking history. The plan was to use this to buy property in our new state, when we find what we want. I found a job making much less than my previous, and net about $700 every 2 weeks. His hourly is 2.5 times mine. He still pays no living expenses, and I have had to use a bit of our savings each month to keep everything paid. Lot rent alone is $800. He has recently started his 4th job since we moved. A month after getting his 3rd job, he told them he was looking for a new one and they let him go. He had nothing lined up, and has gone 6 weeks with no paycheck. I put fuel in his truck and bought him tobacco, and of course kept the bills paid. Friday morning I was leaving to visit my kids in our home state. After leaving for work, he texted and told me to leave him $100, and that he would be paid Monday. I don't carry much cash. Knowing at most he only needed fuel for the 30 miles to work Monday morning, I left the $15 I had and headed out. About halfway there, I got another text message that said they were holding his first check, and I needed to give him $500 for the week. He got very angry when I did not turn around and go back to give him cash I didn't have, and told me to stay up there. When I got to our home state, I sent him $175 of the $200 in my checking account via Western Union, because it was an instant transfer versus 3 to 4 days from a bank account. He called and cussed me out, saying it wasn't enough to get him through the week, even though he's only working 3 days due to a holiday. He again demanded I send him $500. I said $190 should be plenty for fuel, and he again told me not to bother coming back. He said that since I blew $500 over Labor Day for my share of airfare, hotel, and rental car to travel with my 2 oldest children, 32 and 30, to attend the unexpected funeral of their father, I owe him that much from savings. Was I wrong for refusing to send him more than he could possibly need, and almost as much as I bring home in 2 weeks, knowing he isn't paying any bills? Edit. Truth is I have no idea where his money goes, besides fuel. I asked him repeatedly where he spends all of his since it isn't on our living expenses, and he finally said, I give it all to you so you can spend more time in our home state than our new state. I've had monthly doctor appointments back home, and since my job is remote, I spend a week staying at a daughter's house when I travel to visit the specialist, so I can see the kids as well. He has never given me money to make the trip.